It seems that one important feature in Skull and Bones is actually going to be locked behind the progression system in-game. See, progression in Skull and Bones is handled through a system called infamy. As you complete missions, plunder loot, destroy fortresses, and attack enemies, you'll earn infamy, which in essence is basically just a fancy word for XP. As you earn more and more infamy, your pirate will, for lack of a better term, level up. The premise here is that as you become a more seasoned pirate, your reputation will precede you, and as a result, you'll gain access to bigger and better items in the game. There seem to be two categories of items you gain access to: upgrades and unlocks. The unlocks seem to be things like new vanity items for your captain or your ship, new contracts from contract givers, and new provisions which you'll be able to purchase from the in-game vendors. The upgrades seem to be items like new ships and new weapons that you'll craft as you progress. But there were two items that I saw on the progression screen that have led me to think that a key aspect of Skull and Bones will be locked behind this infamy system. Those items were new refined materials and new materials available. You see, we know that gathering resources and crafting is going to be a key aspect of the gameplay loop in Skull and Bones, and it seems, at least from these two items, that certain crafting materials will be locked or unavailable to us unless we level up. And that has quite a few potential knock-on effects to the game. First of all, it seems like we'll most likely have to craft our own ships and weapons, and this would seem to suggest that you won't just be able to craft every ship from the start of your playthrough. Instead, if you want to craft bigger and more powerful ships, you'll have to level up in order to likely gain access to the resources that are needed in order to craft those ships. I don't really mind this too much. It adds a level of balance to the game and at least gives us a reason to keep playing and keep climbing up that infamy system. But I wonder if that equally suggests that there are areas in the map that are for more higher level players, because that's where these unlockable materials are. My guess is that there wouldn't be resources you couldn't harvest or gather in the area you'll start off in, because what would be the point in that? Again, I don't really mind the idea that there are pockets of the map that are better suited for higher level players. It gives us a reason to go out and explore, and equally will help spread players out, so that the area you spawn into the map won't be covered in high level players that will just destroy you. But what do you think? Let me know down in the comments. But if Skull and Bones is a game that you want to know more about, you can actually check out this playlist, which contains a ton of information about the gameplay and more.